Hey friends, we're here for my Sephora favorites slash recommendations based on what I have in my own collection. Um, I don't want to give recommendations off of what's online because some stuff I haven't tried. If I'm going to give recommendations on stuff, it's got to be things that I actually haven't used. Today's makeup look is this puppy. It's nice, not a favorite of mine. I feel like I don't know. It's pretty. I like the shifts, but you have to watch today's Get Ready With Me for this look. Shadow is already missing from over here because I've been digging at my eye. Currently have a sinus infection. I'm waiting for the husband to get home because he's going to take me to the doctor's. And my kids don't want to be around me because they think I'm going to get them sick. I'm just like, whatever. Alright, so we're going to dive in. There's a lot. Maybe not a lot. I have some more palettes. I'm just debating if I should go get them. Because they are favorites of mine. Oh, I forgot a drawer. We'll get to the drawer in a minute. So, first things first. I'm gonna just start from this end and go across. These are favorites of mine and they're a recommendation. Do you need more than one? No. But it's the Rare Beauty highlighters. I do have 3 shades. I have Mesmerize. We have Enlighten, which is the one I do use the most. And then we have Exhilarate. I use these on my cheeks and my eyes. And again, do you need 3? No, these are going to last forever. They do break easily. See how this one's like more pinky, this one's more champagne peach, and then this one's more, I guess, just white. A little goes a long way. I do recommend these if you're looking for a highlighter. Again though, these break. Several people have had theirs broken on them. I'm not sure how. Now I'm trying to remember where I got these from. I guess I'll do that later. I keep like products with like products. Yes, I'm one of those people. Another one. I have 3 here. Do you need more than one? No. I love these things. For the cheeks, for the eyes. They're the House Labs Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighters. I have Bronzite, which this one I use on my eyes. Like, I don't use it on my cheeks. We have Rose Quartz. I use this one on my cheeks and my eyes. And then this one here, we have Fire Opal, which I use on my cheeks and my eyes. And then I do have Sandstone put away. I guess I should show you guys just in case you want to see. It's in my makeup bag. Because I used it today. Then we have, Sunstone. This one here. Little goes a long way. I like them a lot. I'm not going to get another one right now, but I do have one more on my radar, which I think is Pink Amethyst, that I'm going to eventually get. 2 more highlighters that I do recommend. I really like them both. We have the Iconic London Lit and Luminous Baked Highlighter. I think it's the only shade they have, and it's in Universal. Again, use it on the eyes and the cheeks. I literally do not need any more highlighters. And then we have the Give Beauty one. Reminds me of the Physicians Formula, but if you can get it, get it. And the Give Beauty stuff tends to go on sale. Yeah, highlighter is one of those products, like a little goes a long way, so I don't need any more highlighters. Those are my recommendations though. Those are what I tend to gravitate towards. I'm just gonna keep going in what's in front of me. So, Sephora collection. I don't have a lot from them. I have a blush, which is, mine's in the shade Self-Made. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Self-Made. Very pretty, blendable, buildable. I have a highlighter in Rose Quartz. Again, highlighters, a little goes a long way. Use it on your eyes and your cheeks. The formula is really good in both of these. This is a good formula and product, but they need to remove the scents. It's still a favorite of mine, but I cannot stand the smell. And it's their Sunkissed Sorry. Sunkissed Haze is the shade, but it's their Silky Soft Powder Bronzer. It's a great product. The smell is so overpowering though that I don't use it as often as I should, because it's a really good product and it is a favorite of mine. I do really like it. They gotta deal with that. Another one is the Kosas Blushes Life. I do have 3 different shades, but I'll just show you this one, Dreamland. Again, little goes a long way. It's buildable, it's blendable, easy to use. I have 3 shades for a reason, because I really like it. This is new to me, so this is going to be like a honorable mention, because I can see this becoming a favorite of mine. And it's the Danessa Myricks Dewy Cheek and Lip Palette. When I use this, I use it on my cheeks, and I have used it on my lips as well, but I mix the shades. Do they look like they're not going to work? No, guys, they work. It's, they look like this. Look at those shades. Mix and match to build your own lip color, your eye color, your lip color. I've mixed them. I use them separately. The only one I don't use separately is this one right here. But I could actually, if I want it, as a bronzer. Cream bronzer. This is a product I'm glad I have. And it's going to be an honorable mention because I could see this being in my favorites next year. Or later in the year. Okay, are we going to stick with cheek products? I think so. No one talks about these anymore. I'm not sure if it's because we've been in winter and people don't tend to use colors like these during the winter, but these are the LYS blush sticks. I have the shades Curvy and Bubbly. These are super pigmented, and I really mean that. Like, very, very pigmented. And yeah, these are my spring, summer, going into fall shades. Again, no one really talks about them, including myself, and I think it's because, again, these are kind of bright for the fall, winter, but fall, winter is, oh, it's gone. So these are getting pulled back out. Somehow managed to get that on my desk, but yeah, these are very pigmented. You can also mix the shades together as well. They kind of dry down to like a glowy, maybe a satin matte. Very pretty. I would like to get more shades, but those are the 2 shades that I really like the most out of what they have. Alright, let's keep going. Patrick Ta, the blush duos. I am going to order one more during the VIB sale. I like these, and I've said in my videos when I use them, I like them for the convenience, but also like the colors, they're very pigmented. You get the powder and the cream in them. This one is She Goes to the Gym. She Knows Who She Is. This is a darker one. Not Too Much, which is a, I guess like a taupey nude, taupey beige. And She's That Girl, and this is pink. And yeah, I like them. If I ran out of these, I would, if I use one up, is what I should say, I would go repurchase. Unless somebody came out with something even better. But I really do like those. Then we have the Makeup by Mario. These are the Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil. The one that I use the most, just because of the time of year, is this one here. Barely Blushing. Little goes a long way, and they are buildable. Then we have Perfect Pink. You guys can't pick it up, but you can see the divots that I have in these. And then we have Pinch Me Pink. And yeah, if you like thin, buildable pigment, these are for you. I'm trying to see if there's any other cheek products. I have some honorable mentions at the end because they're newer to me. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys, well, I have bronzing stick, Rare Beauty. Mine's in the shade Bright Side. I had another shade too, but my daughter took it. I think it was Happy Soul. Anyways, this is a fantastic. Little goes a long way, blends out great. I will be repurchasing that once it's gone. I need to see, because I have one in my... I have 2 more favorites in my bag here. The Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer, the shade Light. This is my second one, and I will be repurchasing this. Not during the VIB sale, but down the road, because I have other products I want to continue testing out and using up. But definitely recommend that. And then the Sephora Contour Stick. I will be repurchasing this down the road. It's a great cool tone contour stick. And affordable. Alright. Lips. I'm not a lipstick person, but if I'm going to wear a lipstick that's from Sephora, it's going to be the Merit lipsticks. I do have another one somewhere. But yeah, I like all the formulas they have. I do have their new formula, the Signature Lip Blush. The one that I have is in Du Jour. It's very pretty. The only thing I don't like about the Merit ones is mine, I'll melt it. But I like these. They're thin, they're comfortable. Then I have the Signature Lip. I think these are all Signature Lip. I have Bespoke, Millennial, and Baby. And then I have one more shade. But, yeah, mine are melting. But yeah, I really like the formula of these. They're all tanny colors. Clarins Lip Comfort Lip Oil. I'm waiting to be completely out of this before rebuying another one. It's my favorite. Clarins Lip Comfort Oil is my favorite lip oil from both drugstore and high-end. We have Say. This one's the Bouncy Gloss. Is it Bouncy Gloss Lip Oil or just Bouncy Gloss? Mine's in the shade Dip. So you can see I'm down to here. I am going to repurchase one of those down the road in a different shade. It's very good. I didn't realize how much I liked it until I realized how much of it I've used because I keep gravitating and using it. The Lawless Forget the Filler glosses. I have another one somewhere. The one that I've repurchased, this is my second one, and I have a third one already, is in the shade Velvet. Then I have 2 other shades, something lavender, which I don't fussy the lavender shade, Maple Sugar, and then I do have the Candy something, which is very frosty, very metallic. So I also don't like that one, but I like the formula. It's one of my favorites. I already have another one of the shade Velvet, and this is my second one, which is down to here. And then I am going to order another one down the road as well. I like to get the cherry vanilla one. Another favorite that I recommend, the Fenty glosses. Fenty glosses are my favorites. I do have a couple of the new Fenty lip oils, but I literally just got them. But the glosses, though, are all my favorite. The creams and the glossy bombs. Like, you can't go wrong. I do have more, but they're all elsewhere. The Huda Faux Filler glosses. I love these. Again, they're thin, they're buildable, but you don't really need to build them because they're pigmented. And they don't dry out my lips. One thing with me, if it doesn't dry out my lips, it'll probably become a favorite. The Tower 28 glosses. I love these. I do have another one coming, I think, in the Ipsy in the shade Pistachio, which I do have Pistachio right here, but this is the one that's almost gone. It was lying on its side, but once it comes down, it's probably down to about here. So I do have one coming from Ipsy, and then I have Cashew. Nope. Coconut. sesame, and I'm pretty sure I have cashew somewhere, unless I'm making that up. But I thought I had another one. And again, thin, gloss, nice pigmented colors that I like, and I have no problem. So with that, here's the backup of Velvet. These get put away. Another favorite that I do recommend, again, these don't dry out my lips. What works for one person is not going to work for the next. But I really like the Rare Beauty tinted lip oils. I have the shades Hope, Delight, and Wonder. And then I have a mini, I think of the shade Joy or something. Anyways, I recommend them. They don't dry my lips out. They could dry yours. Now, lip product that's on the bit more pricey side. Some of the stuff is pricey on Sephora. Like, I'm in Canada, so again, just because I recommend it or because it's my favorite doesn't mean like go out and buy it. But one of the priciest glosses I have are the Pat McGrath glosses. This is my second one of the Divine Rose. And I don't know if in Canada we can get these anymore because they're taking Pat McGrath away from us from Sephora, at least here in Calgary, but I think in Canada. Divine Rose, and then this one here is Flush 4. So comfortable. I love the colors. I love how they feel. They smell good. Thank you. Guess I'll keep the palettes to last. I have 2 mascaras that I would recommend. The Sephora Size Up. I already have another one. I think this is my second one, possibly. Unless I had a mini and then I went to this one. No, this is my second one of this. The Size Up mascara in black. I really like it. I don't know. Like, again, it's nothing special, but I like this every time I put it on. This one's pricey, but it's a favorite, so I'm going to mention it. It's the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara. I really like this mascara. The wand's shaped a little curvy or wavy. But yeah, I like it. This one is, you can get it at Sephora. I got it through Ipsy. And it's a favorite, so I'm just going to throw it out there. It's the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation, and it really is a soft glow. It looks really nice on my skin, and I've had compliments on it. It wears nicely throughout the day. I do not have to set this with powder or with setting spray if I don't want to. But generally speaking, I do put powder down my T-zone and like here. Sometimes I'll go all over, but I've done this with setting and not setting, and it still looks the same at the end of the day. It's very nice. Like, I wish it wasn't so expensive. Okay. I'm going to give some recommendations for eyeshadows from Sephora. Again, some are expensive, some are not. Makeup by Mario, the Master Mattes, the Neutrals, and the Original. Both are all mattes. If you're a matte person or you're looking for an all matte palette, I'd recommend one or both of these. You definitely don't need to go to Sephora, but this is a Sephora video. I really like these. They blend really well. Looks like they're magnetic. Yeah, they're easy to use. They blend easily, they build easily, they're pigmented. You can use them separately, together. I use these with other palettes. I use them with, like if I'm doing like a look today where I did an all matte look with an e.l.f. all matte palette. And then I grabbed one of my shimmer palettes and used shimmers from there. You can do that with these too. They're really good. I don't think these would disappoint. Something on the cheaper side is Morphe. I don't know if people are sleeping on Morphe or if they just think it's not a good quality. I think Morphe has a good quality. You can compare it to, I don't know, compare it to e.l.f. ColourPop. Maybe ColourPop is a bit more nicer quality, I guess. More variation in color stories and stuff. But I like the Morphe ones. These ones I don't know if you can still get, which is, this was like a little collection. Artistry palettes. if you can still get them, I recommend them. We have the Rose to Fame, which is like a pinky rose gold palette. That's probably my favorite one out of these. Then we have Gold Seeker, which actually, I don't know. This one's like neutral gold, warm toned. And then we have Gold and Platinum, which is the cool, like it's cool tone, taupey silver, kind of like pinky. I don't know. These are some of my favorite Morphe palettes that I have. And then also Truth or Bear. This one, I see it come and go on the website. If you're looking for easy, this is not indie brands or anything like that, because I do know I use a lot of my indie palettes a lot. But if you're just looking for like a very basic palette that is on the neutral side, it's kind of like cool and warm. And it's like neutral, but there's like some browns, I don't know, like taupey shades, plummy shades. I'm horrible at describing stuff. This is a really good one. Also, the Nude Ambition. This one I think is definitely still up. And again, it's a neutral palette. You have a row of mattes, a row of shimmer, a row of mattes. Very easy to use. And yeah, I do recommend it. And if you want one with some color, but that's still considered neutral, it's the Morphe Shade Thrower. This one I think should still be up there. It's a mix of mattes and shimmers. And it's like, to me, it's like this is a neutral with pops of color. Again, all of my Morphe palettes, I don't have any issues with blending or building with any of them. Some other palettes I'm going to suggest. I do have other ABH. ABH is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, so I recommend all of them. But for right now, I'm going to recommend the Sugar and Spice palettes, especially while you can still get them, because I don't know if they're going to go away. The formula in these are definitely different than the other ABH palettes, and I still love them just as much. The blue in here is my favorite. It like shifts from blue to purple. Just so easy to work with. They're buildable. This one here, Spice. Just, I love it. These, highly recommend. NARS, I feel like for me personally, I'm usually a hit and miss with NARS palettes. And this is one, I'm glad I bought it. I kept going back and forth until I went in the store, swatched it and I was like, heck yes. It's the NARS Afterglow Tempting palette. And I really like this. It's definitely a warm tone palette. It's, again, neutrals with pop. It's a neutral palette, pops of color. It is shimmer heavy. Like, these are like topper shades. Not this one. But these three here and then these two, they're topper shades. And then the rest are mattes. This one's like a satin matte. This is a fantastic, again, topper shades. It's not going to give you like Pat McGrath pigment. Well, it gives pigment, but the toppers are not like, they're not indie toppers. They're very good. This is another one. I kept saying like, oh, going back and forth, back and forth. I'm so glad I bought this one. The Pillow Talk Beautyverse Love Palette. Different formulas. They're like creamy, some stunning palette. I love it every time I use this palette on my eyes. So pretty. It's like that. To me, this could be an everyday palette for me. So pretty. Natasha Denona is no longer in the Canadian Sephoras, but I do believe she's still available in other Sephoras. So I'm going to give my two recommendations of the MIDI palettes. This one being my number one. The Glam palette used to be my favorite Natasha Denona MIDI, but this one has taken its place. And this is pretty much a me palette in a nutshell. I do have the Makeup by Mario original ethereal palette, and that's also me in a nutshell, but because you can't get that no more, I'm going to recommend this. If this is you in a nutshell, I highly recommend this one. I don't know what to say about it. It's taupey, it's neutral, it has some of these like peachy mauve tones that I like taupey. I don't know. I just really, really like this palette. And then the second one that I would recommend, and I didn't think I would, but I really, really do like this one because it's almost like the opposite of that one. This one is the gold palette, and it's neutral. I mean, if that shade wasn't in here, I'd like it more, but it's very neutral. This background right here throws me off from being able to give you guys a good description, but it is gold, but they're not, aside from this gold, they're not like the yellow golds or the orangey golds. They're really nice tones, like bronzy, neutral, kind of cool. Some of them actually do look cool toned and not warm toned. But these are my 2 picks for Natasha Denona. If I was to recommend some of the minis, I need to eat. I'm starting to feel funny. That's on me though. I'd recommend these 2 here. The mini nude palette, if you don't want a huge palette, this is all you need for a nice neutral warm tone palette. Or this one here, the mini Biba. I'd also recommend this one here is also neutral and a little bit warm. But if you want something that's on like the pinky side and cool tone, I'd go with the mini Rose. Looks like this. I used this one yesterday. You can't go wrong with any of the Natasha Denona minis. As long as it's a color story, you will actually wear. And then we're almost here. I'm going to do some honorable mentions just because some of these are new, but I can see where we're going with these. The Tower 28 Get Set Blur and Set Matte Foundations. I do have Samo Spritzer and Long Beach Iced Tea. These are probably going to end up in my favorites at the end of the year. These do blur. They're blendable. They're buildable. They do give you a blurred effect on your cheeks. So pretty. I am impressed. Another one, again, these are new to me, and I am ordering a shade from the VIB sale. But the Fenty Cheeks Suede Powder Blushes. So far, I've only used these 2, and again, I'm impressed of how pretty these are. They're buildable, though a little goes a long way, so you don't need to build them up, but you can if you want to. But I'm impressed with them, and I can see these being on I dug my finger into that one. I can see these, no I didn't, I dug the case into it. I can see these making their way to my favorites this year as well. I'm really impressed. Don't get blush on my hoodie. I keep getting random people asking about my t-shirts and hoodies, the basic color ones. Men's department at Walmart. Both the hoodies and the t-shirts that I wear are from the George brand. Another honorable mention, they're new to me, but just like the highlighters, I like these. The House Labs Color Fuse blushes. I have Hibiscus Haze and French Rosette. I think there's one more shade I want to get, maybe down the road. But I recommend these. A little goes a long way, and they blend very nicely. 1 second. Alright, I gotta hurry this up because somebody's coming. But yes, I recommend these. The Tower 28 cream blushes. I have 2, and yeah, buildable, blendable, like them. This is new to me. Like, yes, I would recommend these. I'm gonna rush now because someone's coming to fix something. New to me, but so far I really like this. It's a Tower 28 cream blush. It's Sculptino, and the shade I have is Broad. I can see that becoming a favorite. If you want to save some money on eyeshadows, I would say check out the Sephora ones. I have 3 here, and I like them all. Can we get these ones, specific ones, anymore? I'm not sure, but they do have new ones, and I've swatched some of them in store. They're good. They're they're like Morphe. My last honorable mention is the Makeup by Mario. So far, every time I've used this, which is only, I can count on one hand, I really like this. It lasts. I do not have to set this with powder, with spray, nothing. It wears beautifully. I can see this ending up in my favorites this year. The Natasha Denona Lightwork Volume. I don't know what VI stands for, but the Freedom palette. I hope she comes out with this in an all neutral one, because hell yeah, I love the formula and it's fun to play with. Honorable mention. I'm surprised how much I actually like this. Again, we don't see me use stuff constantly because I have a lot of makeup. But if I had to like downsize my makeup, I can tell you right now, this would be something that I would be keeping, because you can use it on your lips, your cheeks, your eyes. You can mix them. It's what you can do with this. I'm so happy. And then the bonus that it smells delicious, like a strawberry shortcake doll. Thank you. All right, I know I'm rushing this last part, but I thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments if you have any favorites or recommendations from Sephora that you think I might be interested in, because I could always put it on to think about. All right, guys, thanks for watching and have a good one.